Hey everyone, and welcome to the first in a series of tutorials I plan to do on Blender. The videos are targeted towards the beginner to intermediate level. You should be able to glean a little something if you're not new to Blender, and if you are new to Blender, then there's lots here for you. I discovered Blender back in 1999 or so. I really loved it. I really like 3D, and I was really happy with the price tag, which of course is free. The program was rather limited back then. You could do some things, but nothing like it is today. I really got into the program when I decided to write a book. I wanted to do illustrations for the book, and I didn't want to draw them by hand, so I basically created a computer in 3D, and I used it to render my illustrations for my book. Taking on a project like that actually forced me to learn a lot about Blender, and I realized that the best way to get good at it was to just pick something you want to model and go for it. Back when I started Blender, there was some tutorials, but most of them didn't cover a lot of topic. They would show you how to model one thing, but there was not a lot of detail, and showed you just enough to sort of get the job done. I'm hoping with this set of tutorials you'll have a good set of tools to use to start modeling. I think once you start modeling and you learn a few things, that you'll just be inspired to do more and more, especially when you start seeing results. So at the end of it all, just decide what you want to model and go for it. After that, you'll just learn as you go. When you need to learn something new, then you can try to look up a tutorial for it. I'll put a link to my artwork in the description. I have some of it posted on my website, not all of it. What you're seeing on the screen here is a Lamborghini that I modeled. It was one of my most involved pieces of work for sure. It was difficult to get a lot of the curves and the lines in, but it's one of the ones I've liked the best. I've always loved that type of car. I'll also post all the commands and keys I covered during any video in the description as well. I would just ask you to watch all the videos in order. I assume that once I've taught something that it's been taught and I can use it without explanation. If you haven't done so already, download and install Blender. And while you're there, check out the artwork. Also check out some of the things that Blender can do. Like I said, my videos will focus mostly on 3D modeling with some lighting and textures, etc. The website says that it's a free open source 3D content creation suite, and with it you can model, shade, animate, render, composite, and interactive 3D is what's listed. But there's all kinds of really cool tools for sculpting, for animation. There's a game engine, just an amazing piece of software. Anyway, once you're done downloading it, head over to the second video.